Hey, what's going on? It's Joey Myers from the Hitting Performance Lab, and in this video we're going to go over the flashlight barrel angle drill. Now what we're trying to fix here is when the hitter lands that their barrel is flat. I called this before the pre-launch barrel angle drill as well, but the argument here is when I talk to my hitters, when you throw, you don't throw before your front foot hits the ground. You want to make sure that your front foot hits the ground before you throw. So hitting's the same thing. We don't swing the bat. A lot of times because of this flat barrel, we see this goes before because the body's out of sequence. And I'll explain in a little bit, but we want to make sure that when we do this drill, we want to act like the bat is a flashlight we're holding upside down with the light coming out. And you're going to see a couple markers back here that I have set about a foot's length behind my front or my back foot, and then another foot's length. The next ball is another foot's length beyond that. So what's happening here is the center mass of the bat, which you can find by pinching your fingers and just balancing the bat out. If I get a little too close towards the end, if I get a little too close towards the knob, the bat goes there. So we want to make sure center mass of the bat. When the barrel is flat at landing, that center mass is behind the person's center mass, which for boys tends to be at the bottom of the sternum in the middle of the body. Females, it's at the belly button in the middle of the body. So when that center mass gets behind our center mass, it takes longer to come around. So that's why the barrel has to start earlier in order to get going. So what we want to do is we want to use these markers back here, as you can see, and they'll disappear because of my shadow when I step in and show you what we're doing. But we want these markers back here to give a target for our hitters to try and shine that flashlight on those markers as close to landing as possible. So we do this drill in the beginning is kind of break it apart. So we get to the landing position and then we do our swing. So we'll go between the two markers. We'll go first marker, and we'll get that feel of where that barrel head is, but we want to shine that flashlight at that first marker. We're looking for about a 45 to 55 degree angle. The second marker, which actually both are correct, they're just a different way of pointing where we want it. We could also mix in them landing in the wrong position, landing in a flat position, so that they can get an idea of the difference in swing, the feeling of having a flat barrel versus more of a vertical barrel with the two variance markers. With that, that is the flashlight barrel angle drill. If you got any questions, please post them below the video. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.
The Hitting Performance Lab wants to know, did you know that reducing ground balls and swing and miss strikeouts has less to do with hand path and more to do with knee action? Have you ever heard, finish taller? To drive the ball, you have to uppercut. Well, we created a free video revealing the results of a scientific study that showed a reduction in ground balls of 27% and an increase in productive balls in the air of 24% over 200 swings without messing with hand path. Click here now to get the video while it's still free.